Hello, my name is Cindy and today I'm here with a book review of Scarlet by Marissa Meyer. Oh man, I just ruined my book. And it is dusty because I have been reading this for 16 days. And I'm here to do a little review. I'm not taking these reviews very seriously because I haven't written down notes for them because I just can't be bothered to do that. So anyway, I'm just going to do a little review for you guys of Scarlet, the second book in the Loon Chronicles by Marissa Meyer. Spoiler free wise, definitely read Cinder first because that's a pro tip there. But basically this is following the story of Scarlet, aka Little Red Riding Hood, and her grandmother has been taken by these mysterious people, and basically she's fighting to get her grandmother back. And it of course links into our other story of Cinder. It sort of interweaves, so it's very clever how this all works out. And I didn't love it in the beginning, but you know, it really got there. I think I just wasn't ready yet. I just wanted more of Cinder, but you know, we got new characters and the old characters all in one, so it did end up being quite a great book. I gave it 4.5 stars. I only took it down the half star because I didn't really enjoy it in the beginning, and that's probably just being tough, but that's what I thought, so that's what we went with. But yeah, great book, definitely great. It's really ramping up the series. It's going so well at the moment. There's 2 more books, so definitely read this book if you're really interested into the series. And that's kind of it for the non-spoileries. So bye non-spoilery people, and I will see you later on. Come back and we shall discuss this book. So beginning out with this, I wanted Cinder, but we got Scarlet, and I was like, okay, I have to accept that fact because this is called Scarlet. But basically Scarlet, you know, as we know, is looking for her grandmother who has been taken. We find out that she has been taken by some lunar bloody wolves. This was such a confusing storyline, I thought, with the whole wolves and Wolf himself and having a name and the alphas. Like, I understand how wolf packs work and everything, but it was a little confusing with what was happening. I thought they were an outside party, but then they were working for Queen Levana, and they're the actual things that she's cultivating on the moon that, you know, to be part of the war. And I was like, oh my god, this is too much to handle. And especially with Wolf having another name as his alpha name, I was like, who are we talking about? And there were so many alpha wolves. It's very confusing, but I thought it was an interesting concept that Michelle Benoit, I think her name is, she is the one that was housing Cinder when she was a child as Princess Celine. So that was interesting, but I was wondering how Scarlet didn't really notice at all that her grandmother was housing another person. Like, did she not think her grandmother just went disappearing at other, like, random times of the day? I guess she could have done it when she was sleeping, but then, like, Princess Celine or Cinder was a child anyway. We find out that Scarlet's grandfather was a lunar as well, and I was like, shoot, is she a lunar? Everyone's a lunar, it seems, just everybody. I didn't like Kai in this book as much. I now ship Thorn and Cinder because they are amazing, and I think they're probably not going to end up together, although don't tell me the ships. I don't want to know the ships. I don't want to know, but like Thorn and Cinder were so great together. They had like such like a comedy duo almost. They were just so funny together, and their back and forths, and I just loved it so much. Probably my favorite part of this book was their back and forths. But yeah, it was crazy that Cinder broke out of jail and saved Thorn, and then, you know, they went on his ship just into space and then back down into space. But it's just so funny they couldn't catch Cinder and Thorn. Like I felt annoyed for Kai that they couldn't catch her, and like Queen Levana was giving him ultimatums and things, just like, come on, like I want to help Kai, but I was also like, I don't want our protagonist to be caught by Queen Levana. But I'm interested to see how much further we go if they're sticking together, Wolf, Cinder, Thorn and Scarlet, and how we're going to work into Cress now. I assume we're going to get a big story about Cress living on the moon or wherever she lives and her storyline. But I'm interested to see where these characters go in the next book. Oh, the whole train scene. Again, we had the Lumitose outbreak as a part of this book. It wasn't a very big part, it was only the train scene, so that was probably good because I was like, I don't need any more of this now at the moment. I love Aiko being the ship, and she was like so not having it. She was like, I'm fat and ugly and a big ship. I was like, yes, Aiko, you are the best. Queen Levana, we don't see too much of her in this book, and that's okay with me because I'm sure we're going to get more and more of her. But it was interesting to have a chapter towards the end there from Queen Levana's perspective, and she didn't seem so bad because, I don't know, we're getting it from her perspective. So I'm really interested to read Ferris now and see how this is all going to play out. But basically, I liked that we were in the European Commonwealth or the European Federation, whatever it was, so it was nice to be somewhere else. That was very cool. Guess I should have seen the betrayal of Wolf coming, because from the original story, you know, the wolf eats her grandma, so of course I should have figured out that Wolf was housing grandma and was part of the pack still, but you know, I wanted to believe he was good. She lured us into a false sense of security, which is not surprising, but you know, I didn't want to believe that he was bad, and there he was. But of course, he's above it all, and he's becoming a good person again. So basically, as I said, I gave it a 4.5 star out of 5, just for some basic plotline stories. I didn't enjoy it as much, but I'm so looking forward to reading more of this series. It was a great book, and I'm looking forward to reading Cress very soon. That is it for my Scarlet book talk. A very short, sharp, sweet one, because it was just a few things to talk about, and you've read the book. Like, I don't need to go over it really. I just want to talk about a few things, and that's about it. So I will see you in my next video. Bye! Hello! Oh, I can't do that in this dress. Luna.